Hi, Chrissy here from the Creative Eclectic. Today I'm going to show you how to do a really cute bubbled background using a few household items and your re-inkers. So I've got some dishwashing liquid here. I've got a bowl with some warm water in it, and it's a rectangular bowl. I've got some shimmery white cardstock and a very old Bermuda Bay re-inker and a paper straw. Alright, so what I'm going to do is put a fairly generous amount of dishwashing liquid in my bowl. I'll take my straw. I'm just going to blow on it a little bit. Yes, just starting to get the bubbles in, but not too many. Then I'm going to take a few drops of my re-inker. Just give it a swirl. I'm going to blow it some more. Okay. So you should have enough re-inker in there to make the bubbles change colour. So I actually haven't got quite enough. What I'm going to do is just put a few more drops in. And you have to play around with your washing liquid to water ratio, because this is a bigger container than what I had before. So you need a really generous amount of washing up liquid to make it work, because you need to create something for the inker to hang on to. Okay, and let's just see if this works. It might not, but we'll give it a go. We're just going to press our paper down into the bubbles. And so the bubbles should collect on the paper and change colour. Now, as you can see, there's no real colour in that yet. So let's stir it up a bit more and add a bit more re-inker. And I'm only doing this with adding so much because I know that I've got another re-inker coming. Stir it up. Give it another blow. Yeah, I know in this corner I've got some Bermuda Bay bubbles. But don't put your cardstock down so low that it goes into the water. Okay, so you can see there's heaps of bubbles on that, and there's some of them are blue and some of them are white. So we're just going to let that dry, and while that's drying I'm going to just experiment with one other thing, and that is the Brushos, because I want to see how that works. And as I said, this is an experiment, so we'll see how it goes. Just give me a second and I'll change the water and get the Brushos and be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've got my water, I've got a fairly generous amount of dishwashing liquid. Now, I've used an organic one, so that's not as bubbly as the normal one, but I reckon the cheaper the washing up liquid you use, the better it's going to be. And I can't stress enough, use a paper straw. It's better for the environment. Okay, so this time we've got the water, we've got the wash up liquid, we've mixed it through a little. So we're going to blow the bubbles first and then add the Brushos on the top and see how that goes. Hang on. So it's like that song, I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles. I don't know if any of you know that. That was what my mum used to sing when we were kids. Okay, so we've got some bubbles. So, got some Brushos powder. I'm just going to sprinkle it on the top. And I'm using the Prussian blue. And so we're going to blow it a bit more. Okay. And you can see through here, well, you might not be able to, there's some really distinct blue. So let's pop our cardstock onto the top of that and see how this experiment works. Oops, pop that one in the water. Yeah. Now, remember with the Brushos, they are messy. Okay. So we're going to put that one aside to dry as well. I'm just going to try another one. Blow it a bit more. Add a bit more colour to places that I missed before. Just going to turn it around. Now, when I saw this on the internet, they used food colouring, so I don't know if that is how that is different to using a water-based ink. You'd think that food colouring is water-based. So there, so we've given it another try. So let's let that dry and see what happens. Our bubble backgrounds have had a chance to dry, so I just thought I'd show you. This is the Brushos one that we did, and that's the second one we did. This is the other one. I've already put it together to make a card, and I thought it looked like the ocean, so I've used the lovely high tide stamp set to put it together. So I'm just going to finish this card off. So we're just going to, again, I'm going to use the high tide set to finish it off. And I'm just going to stamp the beam from the lighthouse. And sorry about Delphi barking in the background there. She's a bit grumpy today for some reason. Yeah, I think it's maybe because it's a bit windy or something. I'm going to put some words on. No, I don't have my new basic grey stamp set, ink pad. So I'm just going to use my basic grey archival ink and just pop those words on. That's okay to me. Get out of the way. Okay, I'm just going to stick it together. I've already stamped the lighthouse, and I've fussy cut that out. I'm just going to pop that on. And the bubbles in this one, they reminded me of, you see the old lighthouses where they've just in the middle of the ocean and all the waves are breaking around them. Well, that's what this one reminded me of. So we're just attaching that with some Brushos. Some dimensionals, and I probably should have put the beam up a bit higher, but that's okay. Not perfect, but there are no mistakes in card making, so these are the two that I made with the Brushos. So this one had a lot more Brushos in the bubbles, and this one just had a little bit. Okay, let's have a look at the other two that I had done. This is the Bermuda Bay one, so that was the second Bermuda Bay one, and this one was the first Bermuda Bay, and I've already stuck that on some cardstock. So the first Bermuda Bay one, I think it looked like, to me, like clouds in the sky. So I thought I would just finish that card off by putting a dragonfly on it. Now, obviously, I have prepared the dragonfly a bit earlier. I can't read that. I think it's that way. Yeah, so I've prepared the dragonfly a bit earlier. And I'm not stamping on a stamping mat, which I should be, to get the nice crisp image, but that's not too bad. So I've stamped that in early espresso, and I've just got my dragonfly that I stamped earlier, and it's got some dimensionals and mini dimensionals on the wings. And I'm not even following my normal tip. Normally when you are taking the paper off the dimensionals, you just press in the middle and the paper just peels off. But I don't know why I wasn't doing that. Maybe I haven't had enough coffee. So anyway, so I've just got my dragonfly there, and as you can see, it's got some silver thread behind it, so that doesn't look too bad. So again, it looks like the clouds in the sky. The other one I thought really looked like the ocean, so I'm going to put that on a Bermuda Bay base. On that up, and I've already stamped using the Swirly Bird stamp set. I've already stamped and fussy cut out a little boat, and the words are from the the Cake Soiree stamp set, and I've just labelled cut the circles out with the stitch framelits and the circle frame layering circles, and we're just going to stick that in the middle because I think the boat looks like it's on the ocean. So I probably should have done the dimensionals, but I'm not quite sure where they are. I didn't bring them out to the kitchen where I'm filming this. So as you can see, there's lots of little spots where the bubbles were, and it turned out really well. I also, and these are the blue ones, so I'll put them here. I also tried some with Daffodil Delight. Now the Daffodil Delight didn't work quite as well, it wasn't as bright, so I've also stamped on the background. You can see little bits of it, but it's not perfect. And so I did it also with, this one's also done with the bubble, I used the bubble over stamp, but I think this one's a bit better, so you can see it's looks a bit like spilt beer to me anyway. Yeah, so there you go. So these are the cards that I experimented with using the Brushos and the re-inkers for the bottom 4. Now, just to go over again what you need to get started, you will need a container for your water and put some more water in it, a paper straw, again paper, not plastic, we don't want to kill the marine life, and some dishwashing liquid. And as I said earlier, this is an organic one, so it doesn't bubble as much, but if you use a cheap one that really bubbles, I reckon that the effect will be a bit better. So there you go. Hope you liked today's video, and I'd love to see you give it a try and show me what it is that you have made. Thank you. Until next time, happy stamping.